Hello guys, this is Dell from ElixirNode, and today we're gonna be talking about top 50 free Minecraft builds to download for your server that you can use to spice up your Minecraft server hosting or just add that extra little detail. Each one comes with a download link for you to grab it, which will be down in the description. For every build, we will be scoring each build out of 50 points for both its practicalities in a Minecraft server and for its aesthetics qualities, allowing for a total of 100 points per build. All builds listed here are taken from minecraftschematics.com and are totally free for you to download. With all that out of the way, let's dive straight into number 50. On the 50th place we have New Republic Star Destroyer. This build contains a detailed exterior which makes a perfect decoration for a space-themed server or just for a Star Wars fan. While lacking any real use besides decoration, this build is sure to put a smile on your face of any sci-fi fan. For the practicality, we will give it a 5 out of 50 and the aesthetics a 20 out of 50, which means a total of 25 out of 100. Next up, at rank 49, is a super awesome medieval themed house. This house would be a lovely decoration in any spawn area based on a medieval theme, or as a nice house in a towny server. Although its practical use ends there, it is still not so useful, but you will love it. For the practicality, we'll give it a 5 out of 50, aesthetics 30 out of 50, and a total of 35 out of 100. Next up, we have a super cool arena for Duels. While not the most visually appealing, this build works super well as a quick way to set up a small arena for you and your friends. Try 4-player deathmatch, King of the Hill, or even capture the flag in this small but useful arena. The practicality will be 25 out of 50 and the aesthetics 10 out of 50, coming up to a total of 35 out of 100. Coming in at number 47, we have a beautiful build by ElixirNode of a mystical building dubbed Valhalla. In Norse mythology, Valhalla was a grand hall in the afterlife lords over by Odin, and this build portrays it perfectly. Despite its stunning quality and attention to detail, you may find it hard to use as anything but decoration. So we're coming to a practicality of 5 out of 50, aesthetics 30, and adding up to a total of 35 out of 100. Next up, in the 46th spot, we have a super cute treehouse. This is the perfect spot to hide an Easter egg, or just to add a cute little touch to a forest arena, or even in your garden. Go back and relive your childhood fantasies of that treehouse you had in Minecraft server host with this super quaint build. For the practicality, we'll give it a 10 out of 50, aesthetics 30 out of 50, coming up to a total of 40 out of 100. Next in our list is this super cool toxic themed tree. This is an awesome decorative item and makes an amazing centerpiece to any natural themes build. Perhaps this could tell a story of a plague of corruption taking over the heart of the forest? I'll leave that up to you. For the practicality, we have 20 out of 50, aesthetics 20, summing up to a total of 40. In the 44th place, we have this lovely recreation Japanese Himeji castle, located in the amazing city of Himeji. This detailed replica is perfect for any Japanese themed server, or just to experience the castle without traveling. You may have seen this castle in the James Bond film You Only Live Twice, where it was portrayed as a ninja training school. Perhaps you can start your very own digital ninja class. For practicality, we have 10 out of 50, aesthetics 30 out of 50, summing up to a total of 40 out of 100. Next up, we have a weird wood tree from Game of Thrones. This lovely build is perfect for any Game of Thrones fan, or just as a cool cosmetic piece of any fantasy server. This inside is hollow too, perhaps you can hide an Easter egg inside. For practicality, we will give it a 20, aesthetics a straight 25, summing up to 45 out of 100. Coming in the next rank is a build sure to warm the heart of any space fan. We have a replica space shuttle. This build perfectly shows the magnitude of this amazing spacecraft and is a perfect addition to any space or sci-fi server and will make any NASA fan super excited to see. For the practicality, we will give it a 10, but for the aesthetics a straight 45, summing up to 45 out of 100. Next up in line is this super cool pair of castles connected by an old looking bridge. This build is super pleasing to the eye with amazing attention to detail. The two separate buildings and the bridge makes this the perfect build to run Capture the Flag event and do them in style. For the practicality we will give it a 15 out of 50 and the aesthetics 30 out of 50, summing up to 45 out of 100. Closing out the 40s we have a super unique floating PvP arena, featuring rustic buildings reminiscent of medieval England. This small arena is perfect for small communities looking for some friendly PvP action and to enjoy your games in an amazing setting. For the practicality we will give it a super solid 40, whereas for the aesthetics only a 15, and summing up to 45 out of 100. Starting the 30s out strong is this stunning Japanese pagoda with an accompanying tea house. Stunning build will impress any fan of Japanese culture and most anime fans. The only reason the build isn't ranked lower on the list is that unfortunately the interior is empty, but I would use it as an opportunity to add my personal spin on this build. We will give it a practicality 20 out of 50, aesthetics 30, summing up to 50 out of 100. Coming in at 38th is an artist's redemption of the Flying Dutchman. The Flying Dutchman in myth is a doomed ghost ship damned to sail the oceans forevermore. This rendition perfectly shows the aging ghost ship with a spooky vibe, perfect for decoration. Once again, the interior is not complete, but this is just another opportunity to show your creativity. For the practicality we'll give it a 10 out of 50, aesthetics 40, summing up to 50 out of 100. Next in line is this simple starting Skyblock island. While definitely not as stunning as prior items on this list, the island will definitely spice up your Skyblock server, as it looks vastly better than most islands that come with your Skyblock plugin of choice, which is why it ranks at 37th place. For the practicality we will give it a solid 40, whereas for the aesthetics just a 10. Adding them up you'll get a 50 out of 100. Sticking with the Skyblock island theme, at rank 37 we have this super cute starter island giving the aesthetics of a lander on an alien planet. The island is a bit on the small side, but that can be used to further the challenge on the server. Just don't bring a xenophone back to the earth. For the practicality we will give it a 50 and for the aesthetics a 10, summing up to 60 out of 100. Coming up on the next place we have this super sleek modern house. This house is complete with a fully decorated interior and even has a swimming pool. Why not relax with your friends here or sell this house on a towny server? I leave the thinking up to you. For the practicality we have 20 out of 50, aesthetics 30, summing up to 50. Up next is this stunning castle built by Jarg and named after himself. This build has to be one of the most stunning builds I've ever seen in Minecraft hosting, complete with a breathtaking interior. Despite it build's stunning attention to detail and breathtaking views, I find it hard to find any real use for it, apart from showing off. We don't recommend loading this one in without FAWE. For the practicality we'll give it a 5, but for the aesthetics a solid 45, summing up to 50 out of 100. On the next place is this super simple yet super cool fort building. This building is perfect for any minigame, be it CTF, Team Deathmatch or Paintball. The hollow design allows for endless customizations to suit your needs, provided you're willing to put a bit of effort in. For the practicality we'll give it a 35, aesthetics 15, coming up to 50 in total. Coming in at number 32 is this super nice hot air balloon. This makes a perfect decorative addition to any hub or spawn area, or just dotted around the minigame map to give that extra aesthetic vibe. The possibilities are truly endless. For the practicality we'll give it a 15 out of 50, aesthetics 40 out of 50, summing up to 55 out of 100. Going back to the amazingly good looking but less practical builds, we have this super beautiful marble themed castle at rank 31. This castle will catch the eye of anyone who comes across it, but as it has no interior, it will take some work to get it ready. That being said, the time and effort will definitely be worth it for this masterpiece of a build. The practicality is sadly a 10, but the aesthetics is clearly 35, summing up to 55 out of 100. Continuing with the beautiful but less practical theme from the last entry in our list, we have a stunning pagoda, faithful to traditional Japanese architecture. This is a stunning build that holds true to the beautiful design seen in Japan in reality and makes a wonderful addition to any town city you may be interested in building. For the practicality, we'll give it a 15 out of 50 and the aesthetics 40 out of 50, summing up to a total of 55 out of 100. Starting up the 20 strong is this simple yet quite large mushroom themed arena. This arena looks beautiful while maintaining a simple and not overwhelming theme. The size of this arena makes it perfect for large kit PvP games or deathmatch games. Personally, I would rate this arena as a perfect for 16th to 32th players, and I would recommend it as a great free arena for the budding PvP server. As a practicality, we'll give it a 40 and the aesthetics 25, coming up with a straight 55 in total. Next up, we have this amazing port themes build with an ominous dragon overlooking the city. This build seems perfect for a fantasy MMORPG style server. Perhaps you can set off an epic quest to slay the dragon or defend the port from private invaders. I'll leave that up to you. For the practicality, we have 15 out of 50 and the aesthetics 40 out of 50, coming up with a 55 out of 100 in total. On the next place, we have this collection of 10 biospheres. While not stunning at first glance, these spheres have a surprising level of detail to them and are perfect for any Skyblock server wanting to wide variety of starting islands or domes for players to choose from. This should be a serious option to consider when setting up your Skyblock server, as players always love to have a choice when playing. For the practicality, we'll give it 35 out of 50, aesthetics 25, coming on with a total of 60 out of 100. Closing out the first half of the list, we have this huge dragon. This build has amazing attention to detail and will impress anyone who sees this on your server. While serving no purpose other than decoration, this was simply too well made and too cool for us to leave it off the list. Come on guys. For the practicality, we have 10, aesthetics 50, coming on with a total of 60 out of 100. At the halfway point, we have this lovely little island, which is sure to put a smile on the faces of any Skyblock lover. This island will breathe new life into your Skyblock server, and it is perfect as a different option than the default islands that come with your plugin of choice. We recommend taking all of the islands from this list and giving your players a choice. Then, there'll be something for everyone to enjoy. For the practicality, we'll give it a 40, aesthetics 20, coming on with a total of 60 out of 100. In the 24th place, we have this super detailed and realistic Colonial Mansion. This mansion follows traditional colonial building styles from mansions in the USA and comes fully furnished and with a garden. This is a beautiful build with a rather limited use case, perhaps an expensive house in the town? For the practicality, we'll give it a 10, whereas the aesthetics have to be 50 out of 50, coming on with a total of 60 out of 100. On the 23rd place, we have this super minigame lobby. Originally made as a skywars lobby, this can double up to serve as a lobby for any minigame on your server. The lobby boasts a luscious green forest and a huge castle, perfect for killing time while the lobby fills up. This is a must-have for any minigame server owner. For the practicality, we'll give it a 35 out of 50, aesthetics 25, summing up to a straight 60 out of 100. The next Skyblock island on our list falls at rank 22, and for good reason too. The island boasts a house, luscious fields, and a platform under the island to allow for some super creative building. This huge island definitely makes starting Skyblock easier for your players, but if you want to offer an easy option, use this build to do in your style. For the aesthetics, we'll give it a 25 out of 50, practicality 40 out of 50, summing up to 65 out of 100. Coming in at rank 21 is this blast from the past of a map. Back in 2014, Maze Runners was the hottest new minigame in Minecraft host. Why not relive those memories with this legacy Maze Runner map and take your players on a trip down nostalgia lane? This map was made 6 years ago for a real Maze Runner game, so it's aging a bit, but it wouldn't be truly nostalgic without that. For the practicality, we will give it a straight 35, whereas for the aesthetics, we'll give it just 30 out of 50. summing up to 65 out of 100. With this build, we're finally closing out the 20s, and what a way to do it! This talented builder has made a huge castle in the style of skeletons and massive bones. This will certainly command attention to your server. While it serves no specific use apart from decoration, with the sheer size of this build, I'm sure you'll find some good way to use it. For the practicality, we'll give it a 20 out of 50, for the aesthetics a 45 out of 50, summing up to 65 out of 100. Starting the teens of Strong is this cool minigame lobby. Built by the same talented builder who built the previous floating minigame lobby on our list on the rank 23rd, we have another strong entry in the minigame space. Why not use both and randomly put players in either lobby? Just like the last one, it boasts a massive forest, although this time consisting of a few very large trees with plenty to explore while your players wait for the next game. With such detail and simplicity in one package, you really can't go wrong. For the practicality, we'll give it a 35 out of 50, aesthetics 30 out of 50, coming up to a total of 65 out of 100. Next up, in the 18th slot, we have this super quaint harbor spawn for survival Minecraft server rental. This spawn is the perfect size to add shops, create donation info, action houses and more. The only thing letting this spawn down is its repetitive looks, which is to be executed given this build was built in 2013. All in all, this is a good spawn for any small survival server where looks aren't the top priority, or for anyone who wants the classic Minecraft vibes. For the practicality, we'll give it a 40, whereas aesthetics 30, summing up to the first build that gets 70 out of 100. At rank 17th, we have this awesome fire dragon. I personally love this dragon. It works brilliantly in lots of situations. I've personally used this dragon when building a nether brick themed faction spawn and thought it was a stunning addition to the build. This is probably the perfect size for a nice little decorative extra to spice your spawn area or whatever it is you're building. I hope you love this as much as I did. For the practicality, we'll give it a 25 out of 50, whereas for the aesthetics, we'll go with 45 out of 50, summing up to 70 out of 100. Next up, we have another old but super cool build, with this build being submitted late 2013. This build is a circular PvP arena boasting 4 detailed biomes to host minigames or kit PvP matches. This arena is perfect for games of Capture the Flag with its 4 distinct zones and central area, or perhaps a game of KOF. The possibilities are vast and expensive with this build. For the practicality, we'll give it a 30, and for the aesthetics a 40 out of 50. Smashing the trend of old builds we've had recently is this modern and beautiful steampunk themed butterfly. This build goes above and beyond in the name of decoration and detail, as it is so much better for it. Every block in this vast decorative piece has been planned and placed with care to make this masterpiece of decoration and would look beautiful in most situations. For the practicality, we'll give it a 20 out of 50, for the aesthetics 50 out of 50, summing up to 70 out of 100. Continuing with the modern builds, we have this small but super nice minigame lobby. This super modern build, July 2020, takes advantage of lots of the newer blocks to create a stunning contrast between the white quartz and the dark green leaves. This area boasts a small parkour to keep your players entertained while they're waiting for their next game. Overall, this is a fantastic build and I highly recommend it. Coming up for the practicality with a 35 out of 100 out of 50, aesthetics 40, summing to a 75 out of 100. At rank 13th, we have a large 4 corners PvP arena. This arena is similar to the 4 biome PvP arena we had earlier in our list, except this ranks a bit higher for being a touch larger and more modern. This arena is perfect for large games of 4 corners, kit PvP, Capture the Flag, King of the Hill, or any other PvP game you can think of. With an arena of this size, you probably can't go wrong. For the practicality, we have 35, aesthetics 40, summing up to 75 out of 100. Next up, we have this super unique Old English spawn area. A 120 by 120 blocks This spawn seems perfect for a faction server. The spawn has areas on all sides where players can drop into a war zone for factions and plenty of room to add shops, actioners, donation boards, and even PvP arena, if you're willing to customize this build a bit. All in all, this build is a bit on the large side, but would perfectly work as a faction spawn for a large server. For the practicality, we'll give it a 45, aesthetics 40, summing up to 75 out of 100. At the 11th place, we have a ready to go Bedwars arena, boasting 12 outer islands for the players, 4 inner islands for loot, and the central island where you can place the best of the loot. All you need to do to get up and running it is a plugin. Set it up and you're good to go. I'm sure you and your players will have a blast playing on this amazing Bedwars map. Wow guys, this is the last build with double digits. It's been quite the ride counting down this amazing build. Let's count down the final 10 with style, starting with this cartoon based pirate island. This island is perfect for a multitude of different uses, from spawns to hubs to even PvP arenas. The choice is yours. Please note, however, this is a .littermatic file, meaning you have to have Littermatic mod installed to use it. I wrote an article on how to run mods and plugins on your Minecraft server hosting, which can help with that. The link will be down in the description to the video and the article. Instructions on how to download the file can be found on the schematics page. The practicality of it is 40, the aesthetics is 40, summing up to 80 out of 100. Starting off the single digit strong, we have this small skyblock spawn with 4 rooms in a cool spiral shape. This is perfect for any small skyblock server. The 4 rooms despawn boats, can be used for shops, action houses, crates, enchanters, blacksmiths, tutorials, or anything else you can even think of. Although this seems perfect for small servers, its rather quaint size makes it hard to recommend for large servers, as it would get a bit crowded. For the practicality, we'll give it a 40, aesthetics 40, summing up to a straight 80. Up next, we have this amazing mountainous terrain world, which is just begging for people to explore and build on. This build is amazing for a custom survival map where players can explore the vast and expansive terrain this world offers. It's so vast that the creator even put a video on YouTube showing it off, which will be linked down in the description. For the practicality, we'll give it a 30 out of 50 and the aesthetics 50 out of 50, summing up to a total of 80 out of 100. On the 7th place, we have Beike's Basilica, an amazing castle, fort, mansion built by a highly talented builder. This build with a decorated interior can be used for a whole lot of different minigames, as well as being good as a king of the hill area in factions, or just as a decorative piece in a big city you may want to build. Either way, you can't go wrong with this masterpiece. So that's why we're giving it 35 for practicality, 50 for aesthetics, summing up to 85 out of 100. Up next, we have a super unique ocean arena, dubbed Sealandtic by its creator. This area is perfect as a kit PvP arena and is full of nice little details that make this map a pleasure to view and play games on. The size is perfect for smaller servers kit PvP. However, if you're attracting more than 20 players at a time on your kit PvP map, this may not be the arena for you. So that's why we're giving it 40 for the practicality, aesthetics 45, summing up to 85 out of 100. On the 5th place, we have this amazing Skywars or Bedwars map. This map is for 8 players and, like the previous Bedwars entry on our list, is ready to plug and play with your minigame plugin of choice. The detail on these islands is incredible and will make playing minigames on your server a joy and beat the competition with this stunning arena. For the practicality, we'll give it a 40, aesthetics 45, summing up to 85 out of 100. Coming in at the 4th place, we have this stunning medieval spawn. This spawn is perfect for the skyblock due to its floating theme. This build will make your skyblock spawn one of the most stunning skyblocks out there. With meticulous attention to detail paid with every small thing on this build, no one can fault the beauty of this build. It's also large enough to host your shops, crates, actioners, donation boards, and anything else you need. This spawn is also large enough for just about any server, with vast amounts of land for your players to explore. For the practicality, we give it a 40, aesthetics 50, summing up to 90 out of 100. Wow, top 3 already. Let's dive right into rank 3 with this massive colorful city. This huge mega project is perfect for an expansive hub with plenty for your players to run around and explore in. While I personally recommend this as a hub, with a little work this can be whatever you need to be. Spawn area? Think no more of it. Waiting room? Why not? There really are endless possibilities here, and with a build this beauty, it's hard to pass it up. This build needs to be loaded in Minecraft 1.12.2 guys, don't forget. Practically, we'll give it a 40, aesthetics 50 out of 50, summing up to 90 out of 100. Nearly at the end now. In the second position, we have this simplistic yet stunning arena in a traditional Roman design. This arena has 12 outer rooms where teams of players can spawn in, which will lead to the central arena. There's so much attention to detail paid in this arena, it blows my mind. There's even a place for spectators so that eliminated players or people waiting for the next round can watch all of the action in real time. This is one of my all-time favorite arenas. I've seen hence it high ranking on this list. For the practicality, we'll give it a 45, aesthetics 50, summing up to 95 out of 100. Finally, we're at the final entry of this list. What an adventure it's been counting down the last 49 items on our list. With all that out of the way, I'm pleased to present the number 1 item on our list, which is this stunning island spawn area. I love this spawn area. I love the more cartoon style of building, which this build portrays perfectly. It's also the perfect size as to where it can be used as a spawn for just about anything except for factions. The hot air balloons above the spawn are a great extra detail, and all in all this is a beautiful build which can be used in almost any situation, which is why I'm pleased to place it on the first place. You know it guys, practicality 50, aesthetics 50, coming in with a total of 100 points out of 100. And with that, our list must sadly come to a close. Thank you so much for sticking with me all this way, and I really hope you found your next build from this list. If you need any help or assistance with anything else, feel free to contact us and join our Discord server. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at ElixirNode.com. I am Theo or Dao from ElixirNode. Have an amazing day and see you in the next video.